Welcome to Living in Beauty. It's Sunday, April 12th, 2026, day 3,555 on the road. We are still in Southern California. Once upon a sunset in 2015, a retired couple longed to cross the bridge from their cozy little island and venture over yonder to see what they could see. First, they called Carmen's dad, Alan Perry, in Mississippi to ask which RV to buy. "You're looking for an Airstream," he said, as if we'd asked, "Who's the greatest football coach of all time?" "Why, Bear Bryant, of course." Carmen chimed in,
I knew he'd say that. On family road trips, he was always on Airstream watch. "Kids, look, there goes the finest trailer ever built."
It's intimidating to call my esteemed father-in-law into question. A retired U.S. Navy aeronautics engineer, mechanic, and aviation officer, and a super-ager at 92, Alan Perry seems to have expertise in just about everything. When Alan speaks, people tend to reach for a notebook. But this decision was too important to rely on anyone's first advice, even Carmen's dad. "So, why didn't you ever own one?" I asked respectfully. Alan's tone softened as he explained how he fell for that riveted aluminum camper with military-style moxie back in the 1950s. But Carmen's mother, an award-winning chef, wanted deeper storage and a bigger galley to prepare grand meals for family reunions and church camp. Carmen laughed.
It would have been a bloodbath bunking 4 rambunctious kids within reach of the guillotine, Mama's industrial-sized food processor.
But Alan was already thinking ahead. The 30-foot Classic will give you a good long time of service. Just don't get any dumb ideas about pulling it with your 65 Mustang convertible. Looks great, real stupid. You need a road beast. Get a Ram 2500 Cummins with 4-wheel drive. Safest rig on the highway. Alan said the next decision was whether to buy used or new and what to name her. Carmen's heart was set on Go-Go Ruby, after my mom. Rubies are aluminum oxide, and Mom's nickname, another super-ager who loved to travel, was Go-Go Girl. That night, over beers at CBC, we realized how many details we'd overlooked. Safety, efficiency, weather, park size limits, and self-care. So we made a list of must-have features. No particle wood or laminate for me. A private loo with natural light, she. Plush recliners, we. All-around awnings, she. Personal desk space, we. A sound-conditioned interior for studio-quality audio for Carmen's voice-acting biz, and a top-notch gourmet galley. Our rig would be personal, built for a happily ever after of good home cooking and slow-paced travel, and cozy enough to support us in sickness and in health. Our needs required customization, so we visited air forums to learn more about the history, features, and tech, and to browse interiors. One morning, at the exact same moment, we emailed each other the same ad for a used 2001 30-foot Excella. Both emails were titled, "Found It." Later that week, Alan drove to Alabama to inspect our potential Airstream. After looking her over, he called with his report. "She's a beauty." Just like that, it was, "Hello, beauty." A few weeks later, on the Mississippi-Alabama border, Alan found the biggest vehicle we'd ever own. A 2014 Ram 2500 Cummins. Voila! Our team was complete. Months later, we flew to the Deep South for our 40th wedding anniversary and to meet our team and take them home. But let's get real. A trailer and a truck are just a rig. Yeah, like the Orient Express is just a train. Like Doc Brown's time machine is just a DeLorean. Some things are more than they appear to be. Airstream's founder, Wally Byam, had a Da Vinci-style spirit. He once said, "Adventure is where you find it." Beauty and the Beast fuel our travel fantasy, wanderlust, growth, and purposeful play. Like someone we know who recently scored 2 holes in 1 at his local golf course. Alan was right. Airstream was the way to go, and still is the most iconic trailer for more than 90 years. Good jeans are impressive, but top-notch craftsmanship sealed the deal. Flashy accessories have their charms, but most are doomed to become ugly stepsisters. Before visiting an RV show, stop by the county dump to see what's not there. Or just ask Alan. For maximum mobility, bigger isn't necessarily better. More space means more maintenance, more packing and unpacking, and less lighthearted fun. For beauty, age, like the arbitrary 10, 15, or 20-year rules, is just a number. The reservation desk always says, the age rule doesn't apply to Airstreams. Not because Airstreams don't age, but because they rarely show it. Nearly 3/4 of all Airstreams ever built are still in use, rolling down highways or tucked into campsites under the stars, just as they were designed to do. In the short run, they're not the least expensive choice, but quality over quantity pays off. Airstream isn't a starry-eyed belief system. It's a one-and-done, long-term relationship built to last. On the flip side of her crown jewel exterior, Beauty is an old-fashioned girl in sensible shoes. Her cabinets meet our hands where we naturally reach. Her storage is logical, orderly, and enough. Like an airplane fuselage, her aluminum shell is semi-monocoque. The curved skin carries the load. That's why these trailers last for decades, and often far longer. At 25 years young, Beauty is a pristine vintage classic, and admirers often ask if she's this year's model. Even with the 5 o'clock shadow, our 180-square-foot working gal dazzles. Morning, noon, and moonlight, nothing escapes her serene brow. Lightweight gear is the fairy dust that makes living in Beauty run as smoothly as a magic carpet ride. With not an inch to waste, everything is dual purpose. Our gear is like connective tissue holding them bones together so the parts function as a whole. Our desire to travel depends on our ability to travel. Our ability to travel depends on our health and happiness. And our health and happiness is hitched to our gross travel weight. Minimalism and a healthy dose of idealism provide lift. Towing too big has limitations. Towing too small has discomforts. Towing Beauty is just right. California, Beauty's ancestral home, is where her capsule was designed and tested on rugged terrain, preparing her for anything. Travel isn't always a bed of roses. After a gnarly 432 day in backcountry, you need a hero, and Beauty's welcoming interior is always ready for relaxing. Hot showers, dinner, ice cream, a movie, and bedtime. Summer is coming, and soon it will be time to move on. We've been at our home base since early November for my first pre-surgery appointment. Hitch itch is settling in. Carmen, Stella, and I walk the campground every day to get in our steps. Walking wards off anxiety about medical stuff. But now that rehab is going so well, conversation turns to where to go this summer. Mountains or coast, lake or beach. But this morning, Carmen's focus shifted to the words painted across the front caps of RVs.
Integrity. Too much pressure. Lone wolf. Ew. Sad and kind of creepy. Allegro. No, not us. We're more lento. Slow, like slow dancing, slow cooking.
No one's going to buy a vehicle called slow.
Probably not.
So, what word describes our travel vibe? She pauses and floats.
Sexy?
The Vice Squad'll love it. She gives me a wry smile.
It's a squeaky initialism. Surreal excursions into the yonder.
That's sexity.
Even better.
She starts selling it.
When the team is hitched, sashaying our everything through dust storms, icy mountain passes, and sandy desert washouts without a whimper or a groan, it's like magic. And magic is...
Magic is sexity.
bingo.
And with that, let's just say the flamingo stops here. Was it Bear Bryant who said, "An Airstream isn't everything, but it sure beats the second best trailer"? I'll ask Alan. In the end, what makes this life work for us is not a logo, a look, or even a legacy. It's thoughtful, disciplined design with user-friendly systems that keep us from worrying about the ride and free us to focus on the possibilities ahead. But beauty isn't the whole story. The Beast complements her attributes and carries her over the threshold into adventure, a well-suited team for the extraordinary RV retirement we set out to live. Thank you for joining us in Living in Beauty. If you like this post and want to be notified when a new one is released, please enter your email address and click the follow button at the bottom of this page. For more information, check out our travel maps and facts. Okay, that's it for now. Safe and happy travels. Until next time.